if this movie was bad, I think only thing people wanted was a proper Galactus. They would have been like, bad movie, but you know what? I'm gonna give it a C, just because
I'm telling you, yo,
they
like
did right by
Galactus
Galactus.
looks so
So
good. Hey, what's up? It's Rashad. Antonio, we are the MCU Collective. And as you already know, for the your viewing pleasure, Fantastic Four, for my people who can't see my t-shirt, of course, all spoilers. Tony saw this morning. I saw this Thursday night preview. Fantastic Four is currently tracking to make 120 mil. It made about 25 mil on the Thursday night preview, which is the highest of the year so far. And this supposedly had around a budget of 200 mil. And that's where I want to start. Before I
yeah,
even get into the plot and story, I just want to talk about how gorgeous this movie looks. And this is going to be a recurring theme when we talk about like movies and stuff. What we have been talking about is them having a singular vision and letting the people see that vision through. Ironically, this movie did go through some writers, and the script does not reflect how this movie looks at all. Like sometimes you can kind of tell like where some things is going on, and like I don't know how
mm-hmm.
they why is this here, why is this there, i.e. like Falcon Captain America. There's some definitely some scripts and some story and some visual issues going on. But
Yeah,
this film, the way that it captured this retro futuristic world so can I say elegantly?
yes,
Like it just it looked sexy. It looks like what the people wanted the world to look like at like the 19 like late 50s World Fair.
yeah,
Like that, like the world of tomorrow, that whole vibe.
yeah,
The best comp to this is going to be Incredibles 2
yes,
and the house they had, like that look, and even
yeah.
like how they had like the maglev train and all that in it, like and that for me like this definitely was one of the most uniquely looking MCU films we've got since like probably the Eternals. As much hate as Eternals got, Eternals looked amazing.
Yeah. Um,
Thunderbolts too. Thunderbolts look good too.
oh yeah. Ditto to everything you just I mean, ditto to everything you just said. That's the one thing. I am a big fan of that whole retro futuristic look. Ever since we was kids, for sure. Me and Rashad, kids of the 80s and stuff. So, we seen the Jetsons and how, what I'm saying, it's like they they did this movie, like you said, Rashad, made it what in the 1950s they thought the future was going to look. And I mean, it looked beautiful. It was amazing. Um yeah, yeah, like you said, probably one of the best looking Marvel movies of all time. And I mean, I know Jack Kirby is probably proud just looking at how this was done and everything. And yeah, I have no complaints on how the movie looked. I mean, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, and it probably won't win any awards for anything, but
Nah, I doubt it.
I I would, but
But it should
it
be in a nomination
it should
because
be
there's some
nomination.
it
Yeah,
should at least be for like for
set
cost
design.
sets it down costume design,
Yeah, uh-huh.
like
Yeah.
all that type of stuff. Like they should be in it somewhere. And oh my God, if they don't get a nod for music,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
honey, Michael Giacchino
Yeah.
murdered this soundtrack.
And he has a track record of murdering soundtracks. Let's just go back to a movie that is similar to this. The Incredibles. He did the soundtrack for The Incredibles. He did the soundtrack for I think Doctor Strange. He did the soundtrack for No Way Home, if I'm not mistaken, one of the Spider-Man movies. Either Far
Yeah.
From Home, No Way Home, I can't remember. But recently he did the soundtrack for what me and Rashad thought. about 3 years ago was the movie of the year, The Batman.
He
I
did.
mean, so he has, and I mean, he basically came and like the thing with him is all of his movies there he makes sure there is a fanfare
Bro.
or a theme
Yeah, 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 yeah.
that is
Yes,
recognizable
yes. That's
for
what I
that
wanted to
song.
say. There
For like
is there's a
for the
motif.
for a motif. For the Incredibles, it's the da 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 da. Is that you?
That's oh yeah, for my music non-inclined. A
Uh-huh.
motif is a
Mm-hmm.
recurring
Mm-hmm.
passage, or it
Mm-hmm.
could be just like if you were a rapper, like a four bars, or just a
Mm-hmm.
couple, or just one or two measures that get played over and over again,
Yeah.
and that becomes like okay, this man has done. He did Inside Out,
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Batman, Ratatouille,
Mm-hmm.
of course, The Incredibles, Werewolf by Night, where he also directed it.
Oh yeah.
And probably his only one kind of blemish to me, and I can't even really hold him to that,
What's that?
and that's on Rogue One. I do not like the music in Rogue One.
Yeah.
Like the hero motif in Rogue One. Du-du-du-du. I hate it.
But
Yeah, but
but
anyway,
you know what though? He had big shoes to fill,
of
man.
course, yeah,
Sean.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The two Mission Impossibles, man.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
think about the motif even for Batman.
Dawn of the
Doom,
Planet of the Apes.
doom, doom, doom,
He did the Speed
doom.
Racer one.
Yeah, I mean,
This
so
man is you talking
he's
about somebody putting this on work, man.
yeah.
He be working. Yo, Michael Giacchino,
Mm-hmm.
definitely top 3 to 5 working composers today. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like the music was spot on.
Yeah.
All that was really, really great. All right, let's get into some actual
Let's get
conversation.
some. Okay.
All right,
I'm
which
gonna
one to
ask
start
you
off on
this,
first?
Rashad.
Okay, you got a question
I'm
for
gonna
me?
ask you this. This is how I felt. I
Okay.
felt this movie possibly is the most comic book movie I think I've ever seen from a superhero. And what I mean by comic book movie, it almost plays and reads like a comic book.
Hmm. That wasn't a
Well,
question, but
I'm sorry. I'm asking you. Do you think it does?
okay, I'm about to say
My
it's been
fault.
a whole ass
I meant to
statement.
say.
I'm
My
like,
fault. I meant to ask. Do you feel like this is the most comic booky or comic book movie where it felt like you opened up a comic book and it played out like it?
that's a good question. That's I'm not sure if that was the feeling I got,
Okay.
but I do understand like why you would come to that conclusion.
Uh-huh.
When I left this film, I felt like this was essentially like the how can I say this? This was what Superman was for the DCU.
Yeah.
Like this movie really did what it needed to do in regards to having its classical feel
Mm-hmm.
of a very well-known entity
Mm-hmm.
in said comic book world, and they really just said, hey, let's simplify this thing and make sure that we get the emotions of the story correct.
Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of people who went away from, especially like watching Superman, and didn't like it because James Gunn gave him an actual character arc. And I think that's one of the greatest strengths of this movie is that they really felt like a family.
Yes.
And it's okay. And
But he go ahead, I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
Oh, Matt Shakman, I got a picture with him, by the way, at my job. He came
I'm
by
not
my
gonna
job.
post it in this video.
I know you're not. I know you're
As
not.
I hate you.
I told you. Hey y'all. So real quick, he came by the TV station where I work at, and I was like, oh snap! And I went and got a picture with him, and I introduced myself, told him, hey, I got a podcast. Well, then my boy, I said my friend who's like watching this is gonna be really upset, and he was like, oh, what's his name, Rashad? He said, well, tell Rashad. I said, hey, it took the picture, and I just texted Rashad. I said, hey man, you about to be so jealous of me, and he was like, what are you talking about? And I just sent the picture. And you see the picture at first, you think, who's this white man that's totally basic looking white guy? I sent the picture with Rashad. Rashad says, "Who that?" And all I say is the director of FF. And he just comes back, Shakman? Man, I hate you. That's all the response I wanted. But going back to him, his he has a history and he has experience doing shows where his television is his background or whatever. And
Definitely.
this television, and you can tell that too in how this was shot. But dealing with families, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even him when he was an actor, he was in I forgot what show he was back in the, when he was a kid. When
I
he
do
was
remember that. Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't remember
yeah,
the
yeah,
show, but
yeah,
I remember
yeah,
he was a
yeah.
kid and stuff. But you're like look at the stuff he's done dealing with families, even as recent like WandaVision and other stuff as well. And period pieces he do a great job with. And man, I you're right. I mean, it touched every emotions with the family where you got the husband, you got the wife, you got the uncle. That's the you know what I'm saying, you got the brother of the wife, you got the best friend, you know what I'm saying, who is basically a surrogate uncle, like, who's based like an uncle, black family type stuff right there, you know what I'm saying, y'all know, man, how many folk y'all be like, oh, that's my cousin, and then and that's the next question we ask now, is that your cousin? Or is that like a play cousin? You ask people that because you got family, you got your parents might be best friends with a with somebody, then they be like that. And you basically refer to them as your uncle, your aunt, you know what I'm saying, or your cousin and stuff. But you're right, man. It hits all the, what I'm saying, the family notes with it, especially what I'm saying, right when we was getting close to the climax when, you know, what when Reed, in my opinion, did the dumbest thing ever, telling the world exactly exactly
We'll get to
what.
that later. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we're gonna
Like,
get to that. And then like I said, nigga, what are you doing? And then you got Sue basically being like coming out there and saying like, look, man, y'all know the story of me and Johnny. Our parents got in a car accident. Our mom died when we was young. Our dad, he wasn't the best guy out there, but he did what he could do. Y'all are our family. I want to introduce you to my son. He's like, what I'm saying, y'all family too. And that kind of like, changed the vibe of people because, they looked at the Fantastic Four as a family. And like, what I'm saying, they was like, they're our family. It's, what I'm saying, they're who we got. So yeah,
I'm glad, duly noted.
man.
So Max Shakman, and this is one thing that I think shines through this entire movie. And like I said, that is the family aspects of it.
hmm
More importantly, the relate. Okay, this is what I want to say.
Okay.
This movie de-emphasizes, in contrast to the last two movies, The Thing and Johnny.
hmm
Because in the last two movies, I mean, I'm okay. When I mean last two, I'm not even talking about Fan Four Stick. I'm talking about the OG Fox ones. Okay,
Did you
those
say
movies.
Fab Four Sticks?
Yeah, I'm not talking about that one.
We're not
With
talking about. We ain't talking about the Fantastic Creed four. We ain't talking about
yeah, we ain't talking about the
that.
Michael B. Jordan for, you know what I'm saying, when he had a low shut up. Anyway, I um I love how they de-emphasize them.
hmm
Also, we did not get depressed thing, and I really like that too.
Yeah.
Because we usually get like, oh man, I'm a bag of rocks. Look at me, I'm sad because I'm
hmm
ugly, and like we
hmm
didn't get that, and I love that because we got a thing that was kind of comfortable being himself. He even grew out a
Uh-huh.
rock beard. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's some things with them that with him that I appreciated. Even with
hmm
Johnny was Johnny was still hella cocky, but he wasn't exactly like just a dumb jock that who just could
Yeah.
like, flame on and even though his sister was like, "Oh, ladies, he's single," he was like, "Ah, man, like cool out, show. Like I ain't trying to be out here
Yeah.
flaming vagina all day long, you know what I'm saying?" But
Flaming.
so so because he burning,
He burning.
for real, he
Burning.
literally burning, you know what I'm
On
saying?
fire.
Yes. Anyway, the marriage between Reed and Sue, between Richard and Sue, the marriage
Hmm.
between Richard and Sue is the focal point, is the linchpin of this movie. And I really love how, like, whoever, I'm glad that Matt Shakman directed this.
Hmm.
Secondly, because he's married. So I'm not sure the people who wrote this are married or not. I couldn't find it. But the
Hmm.
way that is written and it was directed, it's so much like a real marriage. I've been really married for a long time. So there's some things that you just automatically know. And I just want to get right into this. When Richard and Sue, after they had the baby, post getting back to the planet,
Uh-huh.
and he goofily tells the world, say, "Hey man, Galactus wants my baby, y'all," because Richard is so smart that he's stupid
Stupid. Hmm.
because he's trying to he's think he can logic his way out of this, and he tries to take emotion out of everything, which
Hmm.
is a little on the spectrum coded a little bit, but he's not really getting that this is how the world's going to react to this.
He was giving me that though throughout the
That's
whole
what I'm
movie.
just
Throughout the whole movie, he
hey,
was giving very on the spectrum because it's like you rarely saw throughout the movie him show any emotions. Like in the beginning when
showed him
start
once.
off when you find out right when that's when Sue, so spoilers, Sue died basically or whatever, and he baby oh baby oh he was calling I was like, oh, James Brown, baby he was calling babies and stuff. Like the beginning of the movie, he finds, what I'm saying, they find out they pregnant. He is just like, we have to put protocols. I said, what? He said, he started talking about putting baby protocols into play and stuff like that. Even when he's holding his son, his child, and some parents do like baby talk, others don't, but they still show emotion into it. Like, yeah, man, you my kid or whatever. He's doing Matthew. He's like, I built this to find out about you. Tell me, tell me, do you have any powers? I'm like, what is wrong with this eunuch here? What is going like he has like no type of emotion. And then like in the scene later when he, said he ain't slip up. He said what the hell he said. He was like, and she looked at him and was like, are you thinking about giving up off it? No, no,
And
no.
that's the part, and that's the scene that I was talking about because Richard is like, hey, if we just gave her our basically we just gave her our child, like this whole thing would go away. But of course I'm not doing that. And she
Uh-huh.
looked at him and said, I know you've already thought about that. He's like, I
And
wouldn't do it though. That's not the
yeah, right.
point.
That's the point. You thought of
You thought about it. You went through the calculations. You tried to maneuver your way around. Like what would be the best route to this? And you thought about it.
he did the Doctor Strange.
14, so 14,600,005, something like that.
He
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
about 14 million things in his head, and he was like, I've come to one conclusion. This little bastard gotta go. This little bastard gotta go.
Like
Oh,
it would
what?
be like it would be so much easier.
Yeah, yeah, it would be so much easier to be like, hey kid, I'm what I'm saying, sacrifice the one for the what I'm saying, to save the many. And then even later on, when he was like, we need to bring Galactus to us, and they all like, what do you mean? How we gonna bring Galactus to us? He just looked and was like, he ain't say nothing. She just looked at him and was like,
I already know what you're thinking.
I already know. And then he tried to explain. She says, I already know. And she just leaves because she knows too that that's really the only way. Yeah, yeah, man. Reed Richards is on the, I
That
believe,
boy is
is
cold-blooded.
cold blooded. And then too, he's also showing too is the fact that he's one of those super smart people that you see who get so upset because they can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Like I went to
Yeah.
school, I'll never forget. I went to school with this dude who made straight A's all through elementary school, middle school, high school. Get to high school, he ended up getting like a B+ on his report card for something. My man snapped on the bus. We was like, dude, you don't understand. I said, you're right, I don't. I
Oh,
said, that B+, I'm doing the daggone huckabuck dance. I said, relax, man. And so, no, you don't understand. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? You know, we're trying to talk the boy off the ledge, but that's just how, you know what I'm saying? That's how he was with that, yo. So that's how Reed is, man. Like he takes blame for everything, even with the thing situation. You saw him when the little beginning monologue when they're talking about the history of him, and he was like, yeah, you know, we ran into a cosmic storm, blah blah blah, this and that. It was just some calculations that, you know, I just did. And then Sue was like, hey, you good, man. Like you can't think of everything. So yeah, because I mean, in the MCU, if I'm not mistaken, Reed Richards is the smartest man in the world on Earth. If I'm not
yeah, 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 I think he's
yeah,
definitely top two and a
yeah,
half.
yeah, he's in the top 1 percentile. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
You know
nah,
what I'm
nah,
saying?
because like, and that part of the film, like, I'm telling you, like, that is the strength of this film. The strength of this film is Sue. Okay, Sue Storm, by far my favorite
Favorite.
character.
Mm-hmm.
Vanessa Kirby did an amazing job of making this character one competent, two like very inviting and warm,
Mm-hmm.
and then three just the emotional this linchpin of the entire thing. Like this movie does not work if Vanessa Kirby isn't playing Sue
Yeah.
by
And,
far.
and justice for Sue Storm because the 2.5 previous movies with her, you know, all due respect to Jessica Alba, she was just a pretty face who just happened to know a little something or whatever. She didn't show any leadership skills or anything like that. She was just a pretty face. And then the half Fantastic Four movie, I don't even get what that chick was doing. It
I
was
don't even
whatever.
remember the movie.
I don't for real. This and you know Vanessa Kirby, you see that she's not only she's a genius as well. She's competent. She started the Future Foundation. She's in charge of the Future Foundation. Also, shout out to like probably my second favorite character, Mo Man. Mo Man in this. She barters a deal, you know what I'm saying, with Mo Man and Subterranea, you know. And what's up? And what Mo Man say? He was like, "I don't trust the surface world. I trust Sue. You know what I'm saying? I trust Sue Storm or whatever. You know, she was able to barter peace between them. Also bartered for the people of Manhattan, New York, to to flee to Subterranea. And you know, she's like I said, she's just not a pretty face, and that's what Sue is in the comics as well. She's very smart. She's intelligent. She's a pretty face, but she isn't just this in the movie like they tried to make her be in two of the previous movies.
Yeah, and that's very well said. Like I feel the exact same way. The way in which she has to encourage, kind of chide to some
Mm-hmm.
respects, and also when it comes to her husband, she has to skillfully goad him. Like look, I know you smart. I don't care though. We not
Mm-hmm.
doing this. Like
Mm-hmm.
you like and I think there's the again the whole the marital the marital part about this is very it's just good because there's a checks and balances there that if Reed was just unchecked,
Mm-hmm.
he would essentially be Tony Stark there.
Mm-hmm.
Because we already know when Tony goes unchecked,
Mm-hmm.
what did he do? He tried to put a suit of armor around the world. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden you upstairs in the lab and you making Ultron by mistake. So like there's a lot of just like
She's
positive.
definitely.
Yeah, it's
I'm.
there's a softness, a positive femininity, and I don't mean it
Mm-hmm.
in like a derogatory way.
Yeah.
There's a femininity there that kind of softens Reed. This like
Mm-hmm.
that kind of makes him not think about his reason, but make him be more have a more of a emotional tie to what's going on.
Because she is definitely the heart and soul of this unit,
By
and
far.
and basically for me, like watching, like I said, watching her scenes with Reed, consoling him and reassuring him, even with her brother Johnny. You know what I'm saying? Because Johnny wants to prove to Reed that, hey, I'm just not a pretty boy. I'm just not a pretty boy out here doing this and stuff. I got some, you know what I'm saying? Because think about it. Even in the opening monologue, Reed says that, hey, I decided to go to space. I picked four of the smartest people that I knew. It just so happens to be my best friend, my wife, and you know what I'm saying, my brother-in-law. And I mean, she basically was Mary J to his Method Man. Rub me on my back and baby, tell me it'll be okay. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
That's
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
what she was to Reed, man, for real. I'm cool with that. I'm gonna talk about like you said, go back to the thing real quick. I think this is possibly the best looking thing that we've seen, live action thing that we've seen.
Clearly.
Probably the most accurate looking thing. And back to what you said in the beginning, I love that he wasn't a sulking. He he brooded at times, but he wasn't sulking and brooding the entire movie. Like, oh, I'm a rock man. Oh, I can't find no rock vagina around here or anything like that or whatnot. Also, staying true to the fact that Ben Grimm is a very devout Jewish guy, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And him going back to his old neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Him going back to his neighborhood and him being a Brooklyn Dodgers, it looking like it's a Brooklyn Dodgers fan,
Yeah.
and all of that, and 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 the celebrity that he dealt with and how he's dealing with that, celebrity, and how much he loved kids, saying how he loved the kids or whatever. Yeah, I bet you the kids would have been like, "What time is it?" He probably was like, "Oh, it's club." He would have did it for the kids, but the dog, he's like, "Yeah, it's in the TV show. Yeah, it's just a TV show type stuff or whatnot." And then you see, of course, him getting you know what I'm saying, showing that he, some type of romantic feelings going on with the lady that was in the, that was Natasha something, wasn't it? That's his
Natasha
name.
Leone. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking, I said, it looks like Natasha Leone.
It
It
is.
sounds like Natasha Leone, but they cleaned her up real good. That's what I said. Because Natasha Leone always playing a role where she looks like grungy or dirty looking or something like.
Oh, just a little.
Oh,
Oh, always a little
oh,
rough around the edges.
a little rougher, a little unkept. You know what I'm saying? She always looks a little. But they cleaned that young lady up very well in this movie. You know what I'm saying? So I really dug that with this. And then too, you also see as well in this with Ben, is he is like almost the primary protector of Baby Franklin. It's like every
Yeah.
time you saw Baby Franklin, who was holding him? Ben, for the most part, was, yeah, holding him and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Holding him and everything. So like I said, like I said, like you said, and it goes back to the family aspect of this movie and the emotional connection you have with this movie. I really did enjoy that part, man.
I want to shout out to, I think, one of my favorite well, not even new, favorite actors that I've just seen like out of nowhere, like the
Mm-hmm.
past like couple of years or so.
Mm-hmm.
And that is Sarah Niles, the lady who was the CEO of the Future Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be the black. She's actually British,
British,
great
British.
American accent she has, but
Mm-hmm.
nah, she's been in some stuff, and she was just in F1. Yeah, she played Dancer Idris.
Mom, that was his mom, won't it?
Mhm.
Okay. I was looking like I know her from somewhere. I can't put my damn finger on it. Okay.
Yeah, she also, if anybody watched Ted Lasso, she was in Ted Lasso as well. I didn't watch
Okay.
that, but yeah, but like she's been popping up, getting a lot of good supporting character roles too. But and I love her character. Just and there's some like even how she maneuvered throughout the movie, like
Hmm.
I just like how. Oh, okay. I think we talked about this for the trailer,
What's that?
and just how like this world is really it's the best version of the world that we would want to see
Yes, it is.
because it's the 60s. There's no hints of civil unrest. There's no obviously in 828 ain't no racism. We got
I
we have little black kids, little white kids playing
come together,
together.
holding
Free at
hands,
last.
free at last, free at
Thank
last.
God Almighty.
And you know what else too, Rashad? I don't think happened in this world? A
What's
Cold
that?
War, a
Ah,
space
no,
race.
because people was working by the end of the movie, people was working together like
Yeah.
very willingly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it wasn't a whole lot of pushback,
Yeah.
except for Latveria.
Yo.
When I saw that, I was like, ah, let's
Right. This
go.
invisible woman was able to barter a priest with all the countries of the Future Foundation and everything. Basically, like that world's version of the UN or whatnot, to put down all their weapons and stuff like that. And they're panning across, seeing everybody come out. But you see that one empty table, Latveria. I said, bring me doom.
Victor Vaughn was like,
Victor Vaughn was like,
I am too good to be here.
yo, I am too good to. Victor Von Doom was like, you know, he was like John Leguizamo as Tybalt in Romeo and Juliet. Peace, peace. I hate the word as I hate thee in all fair Montague. John Leguizamo almost killed that role. Second
Yeah,
best
man.
role.
Shah John, like a very underrated actor
Yeah,
as well. He plays so
yeah,
many random, crazy roles. He has a very diverse
yeah,
filmography. Anyway,
yeah.
like good point because they was like, look, Galactus, Galactus coming, like Omar coming, and they was like, look, we
Uh-huh.
got to get prepared. And the way again, the way that she finessed the entire world, like Richard couldn't do that because he would have been like, hey, man, we got a thing going on. The smart thing would be to help us because I'm the smartest person here. They would look like, man,
Mm-hmm.
get your
Get
goofy
your
ass out my
goofy ass out
face.
of here.
Over here telling me you smart. You ain't how long? Yeah, so like, so there's, so yeah. So again, Sue Storm is the MVP of the movie. So let's get into, okay. All right. I want to talk about Silver Surfer and Galactus. I want to start off here. We're in a car today, me and my youngest, she's 10. And Nia says, "Hey, Dad, is Shia LaBeouf gonna come back?" I was like, "I don't know. That's a really good question." And she said, "Dad, does she have the surfboard? Because when we saw her on her planet and Galactus came, she was on the beach." I said, "Huh." I'm not sure, but I'm liking the connections we're making here. I
I
said
mean,
that's the type of reason I want, like that sounds like a
yeah,
good theory to me, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so like that was, fun little talk, but nah, I think they really pulled off Galactus so
They
well.
did. I was about to say it. I mean, thank redemption for Galactus, because bull, that bull, boop that we saw in Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. Told me, so that's Galactus, and you gave me a space cloud was dog water. And that was the one thing I think that is, I think if this movie was bad, I think only thing people wanted was a proper Galactus. They would have been like, bad movie, but you know what? I'm gonna give it a C. just because
I'm telling you, yo,
they
like
did right by
Galactus
Galactus.
looks
He looks
so
so good.
good.
He looks so
So good.
Galactus
And
looks
like
so
Rafe
good.
and Ralph Fiennes was
Yeah.
just
Uh,
menacing and like
mm-hmm.
very like, oh my God, like Dax is really about to kill. I even like the design of like Galactus' ship
Uh-huh.
and how um he was eating plants from the inside out basically.
Yeah.
And I love how they make Galactus like a tragic villain because he's like,
Yes.
man, I don't even want to do this no more, yo. I'm
I'm
so
tired
tired
of
of being
I'm tired
hungry.
of being hungry, yo. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of being You're right, Rashad. He was just like, yo, I am tired of being hungry. Galactus is tired of being sick and tired, yo, for real. He said, I just want to rest. I just want to rest. And I also and oh my
I'm
God.
sorry,
And
Ralph Innocent. I said Ray
right,
Fiennes.
Ray Five. Oh
It's
yeah,
another,
I was
it's
like,
another white man.
another white man.
My bad, guys. Yeah,
I was
Ralph
like, that didn't
Innocent.
sound
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Ray
Nah,
Five,
nah,
but
nah,
yeah.
nah. I
But yeah, he was
apologize.
just tired. He was like, look, I'm gonna pass this on to your kid. So I ain't gotta be doing this. And, we're gonna talk about Franklin Richards in a minute because Franklin Richards could possibly end up being a menace in the MCU. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, he looked good. You see when he was charging up and powering up, his eyes was glowing when he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And even the interaction in the city of him walking, I wanted my Galactus to be big. I wanted my Galactus to be menacing. And people were like, well, how is he eating the planets? You see how he's eating the planet. He's using the ship as helping him. The ship is breaking it down, and that's why he had those tubes and stuff going into his back. That is basically like, what I'm saying,
Feeding
the
tubes.
the feeding tubes for, what I'm saying, for the planets and whatnot. And it's crazy because when they went to go find him, and and Shia Ball, she see him, and she like, y'all shouldn't have came here. she, she said, y'all shouldn't have came here. She was like, but Galactus will see you. And he was like, so y'all came to beg for y'all came to beg for, what I'm saying, for mercy. He go, we just want to talk. We just like, hey, we want to talk, this and that. And then he was like, and the thing is, you see this because you saw the scan earlier when he saw her stomach, and he said, and that's why he wanted to talk. He like, I want to see them. He was just like, look here, this is what we gonna do. I'll leave your little ignorant ass planet alone. For real, I'll leave y'all little ignorant planet alone. Want that baby? That baby can help me, and that baby can take this pain. He said this baby could take this pain away and take this hunger away from me. So what exactly that meant that he was going to what Franklin Richards was going to do at that time, we was like, what does that mean? But we kind of see a glimpse into his powers, and I'll kind of explain a little bit more of Franklin
Yeah.
Richards' powers a little bit later on, man. But yeah,
And
Galactus looked fantastic.
yeah, and Galactus even saying all that to them, Reed was still like, there's nothing wrong with him. I have a normal baby. What are you talking about? I did again, I did the scans. He's like, no, 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 no. Your baby
Hiding it
has a
from you.
hunger inside of it. You can't
Yeah.
see it. You know what I'm
He
saying?
told him, he
But
said, he's hiding it from you.
he's hiding it.
Hiding it
Your
from
baby,
you.
and what he's trying to say is your baby's smarter than you
Yes.
as a fetus.
As a fetus. As a fetus. Yeah.
He said, give me your fetus. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that's crazy. I want what's inside of your wife. And then okay, excuse me, to add insult to injury,
Uh-oh.
this bastard Galactus starts to give her contractions.
Yo, this
It
dude.
goes, he said, now you about to go, you gonna have this baby today. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
don't care what your due date is.
He he sent her into labor, yo. She was sitting there like, hey, no, you can't have my oh. He was like, I can't have what? No, that baby coming. That baby coming with me right now, Jack. For real.
That was
Uh
crazy, yo. Also, this movie looks so damn good. The scene when they're escaping and
uh-huh.
they end up having to chart
Jump
a
out of
course to anywhere.
Uh-huh.
which was funny as hell. And
Uh-huh.
then they was like, look, yo, there is a dying neutron star. We're
Hmm.
gonna go there. And Johnny was like, don't you mean a black hole?
Yeah,
And he was like,
yeah.
he's just like, yeah, we're gonna try to give ourselves some time. And you know what I thought about?
Oh, we know. One of
Interstellar.
our favorite, one of our favorite movies, Interstellar. Yeah. I said, let's see.
I said, did somebody say time dilation?
I said, let's see. I said, let's see if we gonna keep true to this. We gonna
I said, yeah. He said we're gonna have about a month. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay,
yeah.
okay, okay, okay. Yeah, it was yo, that scene, the way that they did the black hole was really like it was cool. It wasn't
Uh-huh.
Interstellar, but it was it,
Well,
was- it
it
was it
was
was a close second. You know what I'm saying?
uh-huh.
Close
Cause they,
second.
cause they said it's
Also,
gonna take her a month to get out. And then too, I love too how they stayed true, real quick, Rashad, how they stayed true to time travel along with space as well. Because they were gone for a month.
yeah,
So basically it kind of gave them 2 months to kind of get right because they was gone for a month. They tripped there and back took a month. And they said it was like they were gone for a month, they're back, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah. And the scene of them trying to get away from Shalaval, her being pregnant, her
Mm-hmm.
making the ship invisible,
Mm-hmm.
having the baby to the backdrop of the daggone on black hole.
Uh-huh.
I was like, this looks amazing.
And I look at it as a metaphor of this, because you know, they say whatever goes in the black hole, as far as we know, is nothing. Nothingness or whatever. It's death, basically.
Nothing escapes.
Nothing escapes what light can't even, it's death. But you have this life actually being born with the backdrop of a black hole trying to suck, you know what I'm saying, trying to suck them in. I love that little, you know what I'm saying, little thought of it. Yeah.
It's like poetry.
Yeah, it is.
It
It
rhymes.
is. It rhymes.
Nah, man. Yeah, that's one probably, to be honest, probably my favorite scene
Mm-hmm.
in the movie. Just like it just is it looked really, really well. I want to oh, okay.
We
I
talk about the
want to
surfer.
I was gonna get to that. It's
Okay.
gonna be two things. I want to talk about Shalaval and
Mm-hmm.
Johnny. Their running joke of Johnny having a crush on the Silver Surfer was so funny. He was like,
Yeah.
little sexy alien. He was like, sexy alien?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he's like, yeah. He said, the thing was like, yeah, Johnny's got it's Johnny's space alien, space girlfriend is back.
Space Girl. Or better yet, Johnny, kill her. I gotta kill her. She's trying to kill your nephew. I finally meet a woman that's interesting, and I gotta blow up the sexy space. I said, "This dude is an idiot, you know, for
That joke
real."
was funny, man. Like the look of Silver Surfer was spot on.
Uh huh.
Looked great. Johnny, Johnny having to be the one to figure out the Silver Surfer was
Mm-hmm.
good because it gives him a lot of character development. Like you said at the top,
Mm-hmm.
Johnny's smart too.
Yeah.
And like you can see how they was a little broing him the whole time.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, I figured out the language. I know what the message said. It was like, nigga, get out of here. What are
Nigga,
you talking
we
about?
trying to we trying to transport this planet. Get your dumb ass over there.
Gotta do what we doing, yo.
Because you know they probably was thinking you learned her language so you could try to holler at her in your language.
Yeah,
That's what you try
yeah,
to
yeah,
what you try to
yeah.
do. Hey baby, I let you just trying to holler at her in her language. Come on, man. That was so ignorant when I just
So
did
good.
it.
But you're right, because like you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like again, flaming vaginas. Like that
yeah,
was his thing the whole trying not to be that, but he
yeah.
definitely had a thing for Shala.
Uh-huh.
So him figuring that out and then using that to kind of get her to acquiesce at the end and was like, oh,
know.
your boy has shown his worth and his value. So that was really good for him as a
And
as a
and it
character.
also shows how smart he is. That dude was able to take all the different messages and put it on a frequency to play it on all the monitors, basically to drive her kind of like, you think you're doing this for righteous? You're a horrible person. What about? And then he just started naming the planets. What about PL316? They were begging you. What about C534? They were and she was just like, stop it, because he saw that it affect that she did, because even when they went to go see Galactus, they was like, how does he choose the planets? She don't say nothing, and then Sue figures it out. Sue's like, wait a
Oh,
minute,
you be picking them.
you picking the planets, and she said, correct. He
Ah,
definitely,
you
you
got me.
got, you got me.
I'm just saying, man. Y'all look delicious.
Yeah.
No, man,
Bro,
like yeah, so there's like all those things like really work. I just want to get to my one gripe.
go ahead.
My one gripe with this movie is probably the most spectacularly straightforward film that I've seen in a while.
Yeah, there were no twists and turns. There was no. Oh, we going this way. Oh, we go. No, it
Nah,
was just.
nah, nah. It ain't no hezzy tween pump fake
Mm-mm.
step back. It's just
Yeah.
like LeBron to the hole.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We are
Yeah.
not Kyrie Irving dancing around
Mm-mm.
in by the 3-point line. It's straight
No.
up bounce pass Kareem
Uh-huh.
hook shot. That's what this movie is.
Throw it to Shaq in the post.
Yes, yes.
throw it to Shaq
Give it,
in the
you
post.
lob it to the big man. This is
Yeah.
like the late 80s, early 90s basketball of
Yeah.
movie making. That's
Yeah.
and for part of me, and that's what Maddie said too. Maddie was like, I like the film, but like it just was real predictable. Like even to the
Mm-hmm.
point where the baby was gonna save Sue. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
just was real predictable. So I liked
Yeah.
it, but like I wish it just was like a little feel like a little razzle dazzle was missing. I said
Mm-hmm.
I do concur.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you know what, Rashad, that may be my only gripe. That may be my only gripe with the movie as well with that, because yeah, because to me everything else is fine. How it looked, story was, simple. Like I said, simple. Just, hey, superheroes, threat, figure out what the problem is, realize that we can't handle this threat, find a way to handle the threat, cut credits. So yeah,
Mid credit.
mid
Got a
credit.
question. Got a question.
All right.
We already know that is RDJ's. Let me start over. We already know that that's going to be RD. Why I can't say RDJ today? Oh my God, y'all, I'm struggling. That's Robert Downey Jr.'s doom. Okay.
You're trying to say run the jewels. That's why. That's what you probably RTJ probably.
Okay. Nah, I wasn't. I wish I
Okay.
was, but I was. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, RDJ's doom. Yes. Remember this the first teaser trailer for Black Panther?
The first teaser trailer for Black Panther.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
had a Run the Jewels song in that joint.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Oh
That's
yeah.
probably one of
Yeah.
my top
Oh yeah.
5 trailers.
Mm-hmm.
My God. Go back and watch that. That's amazing trailer. Anyway, do we think that there's another Doom on the 828?
That's a good question.
Or is that 828's Doom?
That is a very good question, because for those of y'all who didn't notice it or whatever, this isn't the 616. This is
This is
the
the 828,
828.
not
And
to
they
be
tell you
confused with the 838.
838, right? 838, that is the Illuminati world that we saw, where they had the fantastic, Mr. Fantastic, and Scarlet Witch
What?
took care of all. She
Yeah.
one shot at all of them.
It was one John Krasinski, you know what I'm saying?
John Krasinski,
I'm
whatever.
sorry, Krasinski, my bad.
Krasinski, excuse me, yeah. So that's a good question, because this is the 828, and is a very good
I'm just
question.
saying, because to me, this feels like this is not their doom.
Maybe it's
And
not.
I'm gonna tell you why. One, because story wise, it wouldn't. I don't think that would jive well. And then two, he came looking for the baby. You know what I'm saying? Give me the kid, like he's Werner Herzog in the first season of Mandalorian. Show me the baby.
Show me the baby. Which makes me think this. I'm interested to see how Avengers Doomsday go because of this, Rashad.
Okay.
I feel like this was really set up for Kang the Conqueror. And the only reason why I say that is because, for those of you that don't know, Kang, Kang the Conqueror, he who remains, all the variants of Kang, Kang is a descendant of Reed Richards. He is like 25 times great grand 25, 30 times great grandchild of Mr. Fantastic. And that it would make sense for Kang to go back to the source material, you know what I'm saying, to get the very first superpower, child of, what I'm saying, basically, for all intents and purposes, Franklin Richards is nigh omnipotent almost, basically, as he is like Omega level. He's
He
a
is beyond Omega level.
so he is a mutant. For those that don't know, yes, he is a mutant. He is an Omega mutant, and we already know that the Omega mutants are the mutants where they're like their powers are so powerful they can't be. It can't be like it can't be measured how powerful they are. Like
Yeah.
Omega mutants that we do know of: Jean Grey,
Mm-hmm.
Professor X,
Mm-hmm.
Magneto.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, a lot of people were surprised when they heard this. Iceman. Because
Yeah.
Omega level, even Storm, Omega level mutants that like you can't fathom the power. And just real quick about Franklin Richards, this dude has telekinesis, matter manipulation. When you get stuff down to the molecular and matter, like
Yeah, he and going along with what you're saying, he's
uh
essentially also can change or warp reality, like a
yeah,
la
Wanda,
Wanda.
yeah,
So Doctor Doom visiting him
yeah.
and trying to take probably taking him as a way to make Battle World or make a little pocket universe for Battle World would be very interesting because having the Fantastic Four having to go find their baby it just makes for a good okay. Would you want to see him use as a MacGuffin twice? Because he's the MacGuffin of
Yeah,
Fantastic
I,
Four movie.
that's a good question. But I think this is how they may do this in the MCU.
All right.
And it just clicked in my head. If I'm wrong, hey, it's just
We
a
just
little
talking. No
theory.
need to apologize.
What if Franklin Richards, future wise, ends up becoming the Beyonder who created the Secret Wars?
Yeah, that could okay. That could definitely happen. I mean, this the ways that they can go about this
Uh huh.
and the way they set it up are they're like unlimited. So
Mm-hmm.
because remember at the end of Thunderbolts, we see the Fantastic Four going to the 616. And there was no inkling of that in this movie at all.
Or maybe, maybe the scene when they was escaping. I don't know. That could have shown like, but you're right. There's no scene of there.
Because I thought about that when the movie was over. I said, yo, we probably like hopefully we get like some sort of like post credit
Yeah,
tying that
no,
together. They was like, not
not
yet.
yet.
Not yet. And when I thought about the Inner Thunderbolts and how that and then the movie itself, I'm like, oh, so again, the Russos directed that post credit, and they directed the post credit for Steps as well. So
Okay.
those are literally just shots
Thank
out
you.
of Doomsday.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Like if you know, it was like 4 years later. 4 years later, I think.
Yeah. 4 years
It was
later.
4 years later. We see young Master Franklin, and he's being smart. He's reading Charles Darwin,
That is crazy.
and his mom is
That
trying
book.
to get him to read like just the classic kid stuff because he said,
Yeah.
"No, we read it yesterday, yo."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So he's already just soaking up information,
Yeah.
and like a mother, Sue is trying to keep him as a kid as long as possible. And Doom popping up like, "Hey, what's up, little man? Oh, I know you're not scared of me. Let me show you my actual face because you see he had his mask in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
So those through lines for me are gonna make Doomsday a very interesting proposition.
Yeah. Because we because here's the thing with Doomsday. Unlike the previous Avengers movies, where you knew what it was leading to, we have no idea what this is leading to with Doomsday.
Yeah, which has proven to been very problematic.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, because we've gone on I mean, to be honest, we 2 for 3 this year,
Mm-hmm.
and the last two have been very solid films.
Yeah.
So we got um we got Brand New Day in July, and then we got
Thunderbolt.
Doomsday as of right
Oh,
now
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
in December,
December. Yeah.
along with Doom 3. So Nagina.
He sound like a yeep.
Anyway, so yeah, so we're definitely gonna be loving both of those.
Yeah.
I'm just really like after watching this and talking this out with you right now, like I'm
Yeah.
really curious about Doomsday.
Yeah.
So it's July, right?
Yes.
We're not gonna get a Doomsday trailer until either the end of December
Super
or
Bowl.
Super Bowl. Those are the only two times
And I'm gonna say super.
because
I'm gonna say
I'm,
Super
I'm gonna
Bowl.
say Super Bowl. They're gonna
Yeah.
try to keep this as close to the vest as possible,
Mm-hmm.
and because they don't come out until December,
Mm-hmm.
and because usually we'll get that trailer like 6 months prior.
As long as there's no pushbacks.
I don't think so because they
Yeah.
currently they've been filming this,
Yeah.
and they already
We'll
pushed it back once.
okay. We'll probably get the Spider-Man trailer around I think around Christmas time or whatever.
Or
Probably during the
or
or New Year's.
or we're gonna get the Spider-Man trailer for Super Bowl,
Yeah.
and we mess around and not get the oh my God, mess around and not get the Tony. What if we don't get okay, Tony?
Mm-hmm.
What if Marvel comes back to Hall H next year? Because they're not there this weekend. Notable miss. No MCU stuff this year. They got Marvel Entertainment, no Marvel Cinematic stuff.
But stuff
So
for the stuff for TV, but nothing movie wise.
no,
Hall
nothing.
H.
Nothing on the film side, film or
Star
TV
Wars.
side.
Star Wars got anything on Hall H?
No. College looking like a barren wasteland this year. Cause Gunn and the crew they not there either. So you already know next year we're gonna have D23 and of course Comic Con. D23 is gonna be in August. They do it biannually. So we could easily get because by the time Comic Con comes around next year, we would have had Spider-Man out for like 2 weeks. And we could easily get a Comic Con trailer for people on Hall H. Or we can get that before you see Spider-Man.
Or how about this? What if we don't get uh they just say, hey, we're just gonna do Spider-Man Super Bowl, and we don't even get a Doomsday trailer and nothing. It We might get like a teaser. Hey, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, but nothing because they want to wait until after Spider-Man because they
That
don't want to give shit away.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. I
we
mean,
like it's like I'm curious to see how much Spider-Man story is gonna play into that.
right.
I don't I like the way that it's shaping now is gonna be very street level. I don't really see how he fits into that. I'm not even sure how they could rectify that with a post credit. But of course, somehow it's going to be in it. So I'm just very curious to um to see how like how that even happens. But yeah, I can easily see them not releasing no real footage because something in that movie is going to inform the next movie. That then again, like what I'm saying, even makes more sense. We're gonna get it on Hall H or we're gonna get it at D23 next year.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. Like I don't know. Like I'm excited, man. I'm very excited. I was excited last year watching
Hmm.
D23 and RDJ came through. You know what I'm saying? Different mass, same task, and like it's yeah, it's a good
Speaking of
time.
Hall H, is Mandalorian and Grogu, is that next year or yeah?
May 22nd, I believe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Already, we definitely gonna get a trailer for that
And they
this
still
fall
gotta
winter.
and they still gotta do season 2 of Ahsoka
I think that's start filming now.
because this is all going to lead up to the movie that
Filoni makes.
Filoni.
I don't even think that's coming to like 2028
Keep me
because
keep
because
me
at,
around, Lord. That's all
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
keep me around.
because after shit, Tony, because after Man and Grogu, you know what's coming after that, right? The Ryan Gosling joint.
The fighter the
Yeah,
fighter. Oh
Starfighter. That's coming after that. So that's probably coming 2027. They probably are
shit. And
getting ready to start filming that.
ain't they doing another season of Mandalorian too? Or no?
Nah.
This is kind of like just wrapping up that
Yeah,
story,
so
right?
Mano Grogu, Ahsoka 2.
Hmm.
Then I think they're gonna do like the probably the Thrawn centric movie or whatever they call it. I'm not sure what they're
Yeah,
gonna call
yeah.
it. But yeah,
Probably
but
heir of the empire or some shit like that. Yeah.
the fans the fanboys will love that. They will love that. And that shit, that might work. A
Yeah.
Heirs to the Empire movie, they oh my God, they would be
Especially
out.
that fits right in between Force Awaken and Return of the
They
Jedi.
would be circle jerking like the best of them if they named that movie Heirs to the Empire. That
And
makes a
then
lot of sense though.
they still have the movie with Ridley. With, I said Ridley with Daisy Ridley, right? With
Yeah, that's still supposed to be happening, and also the Dawn of the Jedi movie with what's my man's name who made Wayne Logan directed the main Logan.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I know
Oh
what
my
you're talking
God, I can't think of his name right now.
about. I know what you're
Yeah.
talking. Yeah, him. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so
So yeah.
he's still tapped to do that. So like
Hmm.
yeah, it's a lot of clarity when it comes to scheduling and stuff. We that they have to really start to tie down and really commit to. But yeah,
James Mangold.
James Mango, thank you. Yeah, Mango still is he's still supposed to be doing that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna see. But nah, yeah, a lot of stuff on slates. Got to get confirmation of things, and man, like yeah, it's DCU popping off.
Yeah.
Love that.
S-
MCU's rolling along. Still
Yeah.
love that, man. And yeah, next year is gonna be jam packed.
So closing out this pod on the Fantastic Four,
Okay.
as always, what grade do you grade to
Out of 10,
you? Hmm.
it's a strong 7.5 for me. That was my
Yeah.
rating when I came out of the movie.
Hmm.
Maddie gave it a 6.8.
Ooh, Matty rough.
Yeah, she was like, "Yo, I need more. I need more from the store." I said, "Nah, I feel you, yo. I
Yeah,
feel you."
you're right. I give it a strong C plus, C plus, a strong C plus. That's about it. You know, the C plus teetering on that B minus.
How are we gonna give two different scoring metrics? I'll do a letter grade for you.
Oh, seven. I meant seven. Well, C plus. Well, I meant 7.5 for me. That's kind of like
Yeah,
C,
yeah, yeah,
C.
yes.
So you're
That's
right. Yeah. So I
see
get you right. I give it
seven,
about
7.5. Yes, that's
yeah.
around
I
there.
get about a 7.5 as well. Yeah.
Nah, man. Yeah, solid movie, man. If you haven't seen it, you're crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely go watch that. Definitely get tapped into what we're doing. Almost done with the Interstellar review. Just got to figure out a way to splice it all together
Mm-hmm.
when I have time. 'Cause, new job and stuff. Secondly, theuponfurtherreview.com. $10 get you in. Make sure you still locked into all the socials. If you haven't got with us on IG, on YouTube, or on TikTok and Facebook, if you are nasty like that, definitely check us out on all those channels.
Yeah. I mean, we here to give y'all what y'all want.
Yeah, man. Cause yo,
And
cause we be. I just want to got quick rant. We alone. I don't care. We be knowing.
we be knowing.
So there are a lot of times you have like your larger entities who do this, and they be giving theories and talking and their points. And there's one aspect of this that I think that we do that they don't do, and that's prep. And it sounds crazy, but like
Yeah.
we just so in tune that we don't gotta do a whole lot of prep for the show.
Mm-hmm.
They have their own producers.
It's
They have
us.
people behind the scenes. They got some people got script writers.
Yeah.
They have editors. The
Yeah.
whole nine. It's just me,
Yeah.
Tony,
Yeah.
my computer,
Uh-huh.
my iPhone,
Uh-huh.
and that's it. And we are just vibing essentially off the hip. You know what I'm saying? We shoot
Yeah.
from the hip, off the dome.
Uh-huh.
There is no,
Yeah.
we hardly ever, unless something is just really, really crazy or utterly confusing, we
Uh-huh.
don't even talk to each other about this prior. And we
Mm-hmm.
still be knowing.
No. Rashad saw this Thursday night. I saw this on Saturday, July 26th. Opening week. He saw it the opening night, Thursday night. I saw it Saturday. We ain't talk about it at all. All I this is what I asked Rashad because he normally goes to the movies before I do. Post credit scene, how many? And he'll let me know. He just said, I said post credit scene. He said two. That's all I needed from him. That's all I needed. I said going to see the movie this morning at 9:30. It's all right, cool. Let me
What
know
I
what you
say,
think.
I was about to ask him when you was on go.
Yeah, that's how it
So
is.
that's it. So there's I feel like there's an authenticity to what we're doing
Mm-hmm.
that a lot of people just can't possess because they feel like it's too much on the line to just be, kind of willy-nilly with it. But
Yeah,
I ain't got nothing to lose, so I don't even
yeah,
care. This has kind of been working for us since like the past, it's 4 years now. So
What
so
years,
so so
man?
there's a sense of camaraderie
Yeah,
that we have that spans way beyond just
yeah.
this
And
pod.
yeah, because me and Rashad have a rapport. We have been friends. Yes,
And we,
people. We've been friends and continue to be friends for like we've been friends since 1999, man, for
yeah.
real.
And shout out to my boy Ray. Ray said, "Hey man, I've been watching your stuff. Like you and your boy, y'all really y'all are good." I said, "Yo, we really are, yo."
I mean,
Like I said, "Hey man," I said, "Hey," and I told him, I said, "We be knowing, yo,
yeah,
we be knowing,
yeah.
yo." So yeah, so definitely, man. Um, ran over. Check us out next time.
Sorry, Rashad.
Man, check
I
us
mean,
out, man. The next time I'm okay. Oh yeah, I see that. Also, when you get if when you join on the website, the first podcast we're gonna have on the website is gonna be called the Double A Anime, African American Anime. I finally peer pressured and bullied Tony like a little punk into watching Demon Slayer. He's probably almost done with season 1. That will be the inaugural podcast episode.
I don't know why Rashad never told me to watch this show in the first place. He never told me to watch this show. I started watching it on my own.
Man, all right, Shaw, yo. This is lying.